to write about my first love, but I didn't know, it was a very loose concept.
That's
And
right.
yeah, and you guys just really helped shape it into what it became. And it's such a different song. In my opinion, in all the best ways. There's nothing conventional about it. And it's one of those songs that people keep going back to and keep mentioning to me, that they're just like, I love Cool, I love Cool, I love Cool. And I'm just like, yes, because that was the lead single on this project. And I think that's what set the tone. And I think it's perfect that it's the first song on the record, because when you hear that song, you know what you're going to be listening to.
And Cool is what led to JR, and like what led to the label, and like all that was just believing in the sound as it was. I think that I still love that song so much.
Too. I do too. It's a special song, and it's just funny, like, so much of what I talk about on this record is one thing leading to the next, and everything leading you to where you're supposed to be. And Cool is such a great song for that, because, everyone experiences their first love, and most of us experience our first heartbreak with their first love. And that's something that just leaves an impression on you your whole life. And gosh, Melissa, like, cannot give her enough credit for being just so amazing at spitting out such cool lines.
Maybe Cool was the song for you two that really like connected you two as far as like co-writers go. You guys were able to be like sisters and like be so tied together and tell these stories. And Mel, again, like so good at being able to listen to something that is going on in somebody's heart and being able to kind of pull that out.
Well, I mean, I think that all starts with like authenticity and Rachel actually wanting or knowing the stories that she wants to tell and, what she wants to say. And then being like really open and transparent, even in the messiness of the past or, things that didn't really go the way that you had planned. Like you were vulnerable with that information. And then that's why we can write the songs that we write. I mean, when somebody's trying to fake it and they just want to write some concept song, it doesn't feel like, like how these feel so real, because they are.
Yeah, Rach, you're always so good about coming in with like knowing exactly what you want to say.
Yeah, and course correcting too. And it's like, no, that's not like, that doesn't feel real to me. And then we just get back online.
No, I love you guys. And that, it's like, it's just a safe space though. And I trust you guys, and I can't write great songs or even good songs with people if I just don't have that level of trust. So when we had Cool, we wrote that, I think it was half a step, or was it maybe even a full step higher?
Oh, yeah.
So we did take the key down.
Super high.
But before we figured out the key situation, we rewrote the chorus on Cool, and we wrote it as, took a long time for me and you to let go of everything that we went through and be the way we used to be when we were cool.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that? And then when we decided to go back to the original chorus, which is the chorus now, we took that rewrite chorus and just added it on to the end.
That's so cool. I do totally remember that. And it's so funny to think that it was just the key of the song that didn't allow you to get up, because you were basically having to flip to your head voice like maybe a bar sooner than we do in this. Or do you, I don't even know if you even get to your head voice in this.
I do. I am singing from, it's a little bit like chest and head. The chorus. It's high. It's high, which makes me laugh, because I'm like, oh my God, I can't even imagine like trying to do that like a full step higher. Oh my God, I would die.
Well, so to think about that, like, I always like to think about ways in which just like song problems can get solved. And, whether it's like maybe the lines need to be reversed, or the old, like, maybe the verse is the pre and the pre is the chorus or whatever. And just to think about changing the key was what let us keep the best chorus that we had for that song. And but like the process of it giving us that like outro kind of like thing. I mean, that's a big fixture on every song that the three of us wrote, is like a little nugget at the end, like a little jam thing. Very like 70s style of recording. Glad we had enough sense to try the key things. Man, yeah. I mean, I remember when we wrote Cool, and I feel like it was like, oh man, like this is really, really awesome. This feels like
such a vibe.
This feels like we're on the road to like taking what we had started to build with some kind of angel and sound around it, and these like King of Hearts, and these like, okay, I think we're really doing it. And then Cool was like, all right, that's something that people can sing to.
What a great way to start this record, and just kind of, like I said earlier, just set the tone for everything, and just such a theme. Because I don't know that I would call this a concept record, but in some ways it sort of is. But it's like my autobiography. And, you guys have such an amazing way at capturing what my mood is or what I'm thinking or feeling, and helping me articulate it and put those little puzzle pieces together. Because like you said, Davis, like we thought things were going to go one way, and, we went this other way, and it led me to where I was supposed to be, with still working in Green Iris and all that.